You focus on budgets instead of investments. Why?
When I started as an advisor, I actually thought I would focus on investments, right? That's what I thought my job would be, is people would come in and they'd go, here's the investments. What am I going to do with it? And I'd come up with some really smart idea of why they should hold a certain investment more than another. What I found was that really didn't solve a couple of things. One, it didn't solve people's problems. And two, it wasn't even that important. And so what I mean by that is if the client walked in and they had $300,000 and I was a really good advisor and I got a 1% rate of return better, that was $3,000. That's it. I was a genius. They got $3,000 more. That same client walks in, they're making $150,000. Over the next 10 years, with pay raises, inflation, growth, bonuses, they're going to make like at least 1.5 million, if not $1.7 million, right? And so where do we have the greatest opportunity? Helping them organize 1.7 million or helping them with 300,000? It was easy, right? If we can get really good at that piece, the investments are easy.
Talk a little bit more about your strategy with kind of like budgeting, get into that a little bit, as well as like the keeping your money in different bank account that you typically spend from.
Where money goes, it's what's important to you. And you've got to determine what is most important to you in life. And that's where you're going to put your dollars. And so organizing the flow of money and just organizing money in general helps people put it to the place that really is important to them. So as I mentioned, if you're going to make $150,000 a year and you knew where it was going to go before it showed up, you'd probably make better decisions when it showed up. You don't have to be reactive. You were proactive on it. And so if we just managed all of the income before it came in, you're going to make better choices. You're not emotional about it. You're not hungry about it. You don't really want something. And so when that money comes in, it's already going to go towards the goal that you already have. So it was really just organizing cash and helping people organize the income that they have to the goals that they want to achieve.
Other advisors don't really have the same approach, right?
Not that I've seen. Investments are easy. And it's the part that I think it's the most exciting thing to talk about. It's the most exciting thing to say, buy this stock or do this thing, or this is what's going to go up in value, right? It's exciting to talk about that stuff. I think investments are like the highlight reels on ESPN. I think it's the exciting catches, the exciting plays. I think talking about cash flow in day to day, that's like the blocking and tackling. It's super boring. Nobody's going to talk a ton about it. But if you don't have that, you're definitely not going to have the exciting plays. But it's so much easier to talk about the exciting stuff like investing than it is the boring stuff like managing cash and running it. But really, that's where all the opportunities lie.
Can you explain a little bit more about that, where the opportunities lie?
If an individual is making $150,000 a year, how much is going to lifestyle creep? How much is going to something that's not really making you happier? So again, if you're going to make $1.7 million, most people are millionaires. They just don't know it, and they definitely don't act like it. But most people will make millions of dollars over their lifetime. High earners, high income individuals, you're going to make millions. And if I told you when you were 25 years old, you're going to make $8 million, you'd sign on that dotted line right then and there as young individuals today. If I told you that, you'd be like, where do I sign? But it's going to happen like that and then some over somebody's earning lifetime. That is a huge opportunity to make a difference in their life. You're going to make millions. Let's just organize it.